From the Bill Frelick Athletic Center at UHaas McGinley Stadium at Penn Hills High School, this is the Coach's Corner. Along with the head coach of the Penn Hills Indians, Ron Graham, I'm Bill Navari. Ron, every week we start talking about football, but this week we have to talk about some former players who were in a bad accident this week. Martez Hobson, Ryan Connor, and Jordan Smith.
Yes, the two Penn Hill students, and one is a student at Riverview. And, this is nice to be able to talk about football, but it just brings down the reality that, in life there are things that are more important. And I'm glad that we're able to just address that our prayers are with them. The young man signed some footballs for the two guys at Penn Hills and took it down to the families, because there's a lot of players, student athletes who have been down there on the watch with those kids, and just it's just really heartfelt concern for their recovery.
Certainly our best to those young men, and our prayers to the families and for their recoveries.
Yes.
1-0 in the conference, got to be a good feeling. Last week, I'm sure there was a lot of nail biting going on after that first half at Plum, but you came out in the second half. Big plays, the difference, 2 big punt returns, 2 interceptions, turned the game around. You guys come away with the win.
Yes, there was the game was one of inspiration for Plum. Every time we play against them, they play us it's a Super Bowl. I mean, they are very high emotion, and there's many games that I can remember here where it was only 7-0 and down to the last minute and those type of things. And it was just one of those games again. Those those young men over there put in a spirited attempt, and they stymied our offense. If it wasn't for some individual big plays, which these young guys are capable of, they came through and we were able to win. Special teams came through, some great plays on defense, and we were able to maintain.
The opening kickoff, you return it to the 5. You got to be thinking, here we go.
Yes.
Next play you fumble, you got to be thinking, oh boy. Then the rest of the half, you play the entire half on their side of the field. You miss 2 field goals, have a couple turnovers. You don't get any points on the board. They get 1 drive before the half. They go in 7-0. What's going through your mind at that point?
Well, what went through my mind was that we need to adjust, and hopefully the rain was going to hold off. We wanted to get to our passing game, because they were loading the line of scrimmage up, and they were coming with a combination of blitzes that were giving the offensive line some trouble. However, they settled down, and at least we were able to play a field position back and forth where we weren't able to give them any more drives. But again, those young guys came big on punt returns and interceptions, and that was a telling part of the game, that they made plays. There were some individuals that rose above the situation and made plays.
The way it was raining last week, it was coming down. To say buckets is an understatement, but it was coming down. And obviously when it does that, you can't really throw the football. The balls get slippery, or It's difficult to throw in the rain. So you go into a running attack.
Yes.
So Plum stacking the line, that's what made it different.
Right.
Made a difference. But you bring in a freshman last week, and he starts plugging the ball up the field, and it kind of turns your offense around a bit.
Actually, he had a good day for the number of carries he had. I believe he had maybe 51 yards. He was definitely a change-up back for us. He was available to us that game and was able to perform in some high expectations. He's a freshman.
And Tariq Hester.
Tariq Hester, absolutely. And unfortunately this week, through some other circumstances, he's not available this game. However, we're looking forward to him to be an integral part as we go down the stretch in the conference.
We talk each week about trying to get the ball into the hands of some of these kids who have the skill, the speed. Once they get the ball in their hands, they're going to do things with them. They punt to Brandon Eiffel. They punt to Colin Christian.
Yes.
You look at Raymond Harris and Michael Jackson with the interceptions. The kids that you want to get the balls into their hands, they made the difference last week.
Well, it was fortunate that they punted to them. It gave those guys opportunity. The one punt return by Brandon Eiffel was an excellent combination of the wall being set. The young guys practice that all the time, and it was actually kind of picture perfect, if you could say that, with special teams. It was really a nice thing to see for them to have that happen. Michael Jackson has been a pretty heady player and steady, and it was a nice play for him, as well as to see him do something that was promoting the success of the team, because he's been ups and downs a little bit, and he had an excellent play, and it was really concentration on this part and a lot of effort to make that run.
It was nice to see that this time his touchdown counted.
That's right. That's right. Because the first game, there was something, I think he went 90 yards, and it was called back, but it was nice to see this.
The kind of effort you're going to need this week. Central Catholic comes to town for homecoming. It's going to rain again. We're on the grass. The field's a bit soft already. What are you guys looking at for tomorrow? Clearly, the passing game is going to be another difficult thing. If it's raining, the field conditions are going to be a little sloppy with running the football. Is this almost going to come down to whoever scores first is going to wind up winning the game kind of game?
Hopefully not, but the field conditions, I understand it's going to rain pretty hard. However, we play in the same conditions, and you're right. Whoever's able to strike offensively or get to maybe a possible turnover, that may be the game. Because if it rains in the way the field, we have drainage problems at times, and if it gets muddy here, it could be a bad scene as far as footing. So we're hoping to maintain ourselves, and again, it's still going to be even playing field for them. They have to face the same adversity.
When you match up with a very good football team who comes in and playing desperate football, the Central Catholic Vikings behind the 8 ball. They lost their first conference game last week to Woodland Hills, who's a very good football team.
Yes.
So now coming in here this week, Central Catholic is looking at the possibility of going 0-2 in the conference. So they're going to be playing some desperate ball. But with the field conditions as they are, do you think that's going to be the kind of thing that may take their a little bite out of their swagger coming in here, knowing that they're coming in, with trying to win,
Sure.
but yet they have to be concerned about the field.
Yes, and they run the ball 90% of the time. So it's one of those things where what position in the field, where there's some grass, what they're going to do. They do a lot of things, and there's no secret about how they run. They run power football. So I know they're going to come at us, and we've been working hard to try to offset that attack. Yes, they're going to be hungry. They're coming off a loss. And I know they're going to be riding high. It's our homecoming, and they want to come in and spoil anything that we have going. We beat them last year. However, I know that Coach Totten has got them moving in a direction, and they're going to come in and be very competitive.
As a former defensive coordinator, when you see the weather and field conditions as they are, does that kind of help you come up with a package as far as defending? I'm thinking if it's going to be pouring down rain, they're going to have difficulty throwing the ball. As Plum did last week,
yes.
Maybe stacking 9 men in the box and forcing them to try to throw or run at that stacked line. Is that the kind of thing that you're looking at for tomorrow?
There's some possibilities, all of the above, as well as maintaining that we keep our feet. Sometimes over aggressive defense, they can run right by you because it's hard to stop. If you start charging ahead, someone makes a move or cuts and you're out of position, it's tough to gain that proper position you need. So we got to be really disciplined. Yes, we're going to attack, but we need to be disciplined with that.
A lot better atmosphere in the locker room this week, I bet.
Oh,
Kids
yes.
a little up after,
yes.
Looking at the second season, now you're undefeated, so to speak.
Well, it's week to week. There's spirited practices. This is young men, this is high school, and we are not going to dwell on a loss, and we're not going to dwell on a win. We're going to continue to move forward and try to make this as an enjoyable high school experience for these guys.
Great opportunity this week for you to seal a great position in the conference with a win. Go 2 games up on Central Catholic. It's kind of game where I think the kids will have to be fired up for this.
Oh, sure. There's some energy. There's some energy that the players have, and a lot of times that's what we need. We need them to be energetic and to execute. And we're hoping that we'll continue from practice to the field on Friday.
A couple of very important kids for you tomorrow night. With you tonight, talk about our 2 seniors.
Yes, we have Joseph Serio. He's a linebacker as well as a long snapper, he's been very good for us. In crucial situations, he's come through. He's been on the team 3 years. He attends Trinity Christian, and so he's a student that comes here, and he actually brings a nice balance with the kids here, and he's been a part of the team for a while, and he's definitely an integral part of what we're working with. Without him, without the punts and the other things, those things, they won't happen. And then we have Michael Jackson, who's here as well. He's been a steady performer for us. This last week, as you mentioned, he had a big interception, and he's been pretty steady for us. And he's a quiet leader on the field. Both of these seniors are quiet leaders where, they're here, they're steady, they work hard, they do what it takes, and they're high-character young men.
And I'm looking forward to talking with them. And best of luck tomorrow night. Bring home a win with homecoming.
Yes.
Coming up next, our Seniors of the Week as the Coach's Corner continues here on Comcast.
I'm Joseph Serro, number 42 for the Penn Hills Indians. I play long snapper, fullback, linebacker, and defensive end.
My name is Mike Jackson, Penn Hills Indians, number 20, wideout defensive back.
Our seniors of the week, Joseph Cerro and Michael Jackson of the 2009 Penn Hills Indians. Joseph, let's start with you. Coach talked about the important role you have, not only as a linebacker, but probably more importantly as the long snapper. He said everything's been going well so far. I think I saw you over there knocking on the tree over there, hitting some wood to make sure it keeps going. But do you want to talk about the role of the long snapper? People think it's just a center that goes out there and hikes it long, but there's a little more of an art to it, isn't there?
Yes, it's a very key position on special teams. If you recall, first game against Gateway, I kind of had a bad snap to Farraco there. But ever since then, I've stayed on point, just got my snaps back nice and fast, and just keep focusing on it every week.
So, clearly, you want the Indians to try to score as much as you can to get out there, and you'd rather be snapping the extra points than you would the punts.
Yeah, I'd like to see more extra points than punts out there, but every time we punt and just go down and try to make a tackle, but field goals are best.
And there's a little bit of a trick to it. It's almost like throwing a football over your head from behind. You have to bend down and snap it back that way. It's just not throwing the ball back there, is there?
No, you gotta grip the ball just like you throw it, and just snap it back and try to get a spiral, get a lot of speed on it.
The other question I have, a lot of folks may see it out there. When you're looking and you're looking back, I think one of the rules now is you can't hit the long snapper. You can't come after him. That has to make you feel good, knowing that no one's going to be pounding on you after you snap it. But what is it like on a punt or a field? I think on an extra point, whoever the holder is calling that the snap. But how do you know on a punt whenever they're going to snap the ball? Who's yelling that one out?
Well, we have Layman Kaiser back there as one of the personal protectors. He yells out which way we're going on the punt, and he just flicks his hand down, and that's when I could snap the ball back to Fracca.
And the rest of the line knows this, or are they watching for the ball?
They also know it. They watch for the ball also, but when they hear Red River or Lime, they know that the hand's coming right after.
Red Rover.
Yeah. Yep.
Michael Jackson, I know you've been waiting to get on here.
Yeah, I've been a little anxious.
And you got to do it the week after one of your touchdowns count.
Yes,
that
sir.
had to be a great feeling going downfield last week against Plum, seeing that end zone coming your way.
That was a long run. Oh, yeah, by the way, happy 45th birthday. 45th.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You were reading my Facebook page, weren't you?
Nah. Go ahead.
Or Coach Gibson told you.
Yeah. got a little hookup. All right.
How long was that? How long was that?
85 yards.
You counted each one. You're going, that's 84, 83, 82. Here we go.
And that was just moving. That was just gone.
That was a big play.
It felt good.
It had to be great for the team to come out with the win. It was the big plays, the defense coming through last week with the 2 touchdowns, setting up the offense for 2 short drives, I think inside the 5-yard line. Big team effort last week. Had to be a little bit concerned after that first half. You guys couldn't get out of your own way deep in Plum territory and came out with no points on the board.
Exactly. We were I know in the defensive huddle, me and Aaron Donald, Brandon, we're on what are we going to do? We got to stop them. They keep punting the ball. The offense coming out there, getting it down there, then missing field goals. So, we're trying to think of a way to get the ball back. They didn't throw the ball. We're trying to strip it. We're strip the ball. But, we stood together.
The weather had to be a factor.
Yeah, it was slippery out there. Even though it wasn't grass, it was slippery.
Well, a lot of folks look at it and say, well, they were on artificial turf. What could be the problem? But if you went out and walked on that Plum Fields, I think it's the last year for it, replacing it.
It was nasty.
Carpet out there, but it was really
It was bad. It was bad
shape out there.
There were in some points, I know pregame there were puddles. A couple wide outs, when we do the wide out routes. There were puddles everywhere. It wasn't.
And you couldn't see this on the camera, but the sideline was wiggly.
It was wiggly.
Yeah.
It's not good.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You don't mind the Michael Jackson puns, though, do you?
Nah. I got nominated for Player of the Week, so they did Mike Action Jackson. So I heard that a lot this week. They're like Mike Action Jackson. So, I guess I've heard it all my life, so I like it. I guess can't be wrong.
That's all. You gotta have a sense of humor.
Exactly. You gotta be happy.
Central Catholic this week. It's homecoming.
I'm excited, man.
A lot of folks wondering what's going on. I know the Penn Hills Indians football page on Facebook. A lot of folks asking what's up. Folks from out of town still following the Indians.
Yeah.
Big game for you.
Definitely.
Central Catholic. You got a chance to kind of put them further behind the 8 ball this week. What are you guys looking forward to?
Well, defensively, we got to come out hard. I know first couple plays, we're bringing the heat. We're coming out at them. Coach smack him in the mouth. Coach Graham, he's all about smash mouth. He's talking about, being disciplined, but, keep the hype up. he said just play hard. He knows we can do it. Just keep our feet moving in this grass. Just play hard and just tackle him. That's how we're doing it on defense. I mean, offensively, we got to throw the ball. We might not be able to throw, but, we got to run the ball. We'll be all right. But defensively, we got to be tough. Got to be tough.
Joseph, is it extra special? I mean, you get the guys fired up a little bit more knowing that it's the Vikings coming in.
Oh, certainly. Central's always been a huge rivalry here at Penn Hills. I mean, you see last year we got hyped for the game on their home field. They're talking trash over there at Central, and we come out and smack them in the mouth 30-7. So we got to do the same thing this year. I mean, we just got to stick together, play for 48 minutes, and just steamroll over them.
There's no bit of overconfidence coming into this game. Looking back at what you did last year, looking at a whole new team over there, a whole new team on this side of the field. You're not looking backwards at all.
Oh no, certainly not. We're looking ahead to tomorrow, and we're focusing on this game and this game only. So we should be ready to go.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah.
Michael, what are your plans for after graduation?
Right now, I was looking at physical therapy. I'm liking that right now. I used to be architecture, but I don't know. I'm liking physical therapy right now. I'm looking at a college, Mount Union. I like that college a lot. Play football up there, little football, baseball action. I don't know. Hopefully, everything will work out.
The college is in the future?
Yeah, definitely. College is in the future. Yes.
Oh, fabulous.
Academics.
Well, very good. That's what Mom likes to hear.
Yeah, definitely.
You know that.
Mom will be happy. Yeah.
Well, best of luck to you. Don't be a stranger. You always stay part of the Penn Hills family.
Definitely. I'll be
Joseph,
back.
You go out to Trinity Christian, wonderful school. What are your plans for after you graduate from Trinity?
Well, like Mike said, definitely attending college. That's my number one priority. I love the game of football, so I'm definitely going to play college football somewhere next year. And I also play basketball and track and field, which I hopefully will pursue in college also.
Did you mention what you wanted to study? I'm too worried about not calling you Joey. Or what did you say you wanted to study?
Well, I'm looking at sports management right now, or also sports medicine.
Yeah.
So that's what I plan to study in college.
Well, if you get into sports management, Action Jackson over there, Stonewall Jackson over there, he might be looking for somebody someday. So make sure you keep in touch with Michael.
Oh yeah.
Give me the hookup.
Yeah, I'll give him the hookup, man.
The hookup.
Me and him are cool, so we're gonna try to stay in touch.
Well, very good. Best of luck to the both of you, not only tomorrow night at homecoming, but also for the rest of the season and for all your plans and what you do.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Our seniors of the week, Joseph Cerro and Michael Jackson of the 2009 Penn Hills Indians. Coming up next, it's homecoming. The Indians and the Vikings from Central Catholic.
Let's go.
Quad East Tilt. And it's coming your way next here on Comcast. From UHAS McGinley Stadium, it's homecoming 2009. Tonight, the Penn Hills Indians host the Vikings from Central Catholic High School. A very pleasant good evening to you on a wet Friday night in western Pennsylvania. The Indians 1-0 in the Quad East. The Central Catholic Vikings 0-1. Big game tonight for the Central Catholic Vikings. They can ill afford to drop to 0-2 in the conference behind both Penn Hills and Woodland Hills. The Indians, winners last week at Plum, with a nice opportunity to solidify a playoff spot by beating the Vikings tonight. The Indians next week will take on the Kiski area Cavaliers. The Central Catholic Vikings will take on the Plum Mustangs. The Indians will get the ball first tonight. Central Catholic kicking off. The Vikings in the blue helmets, white jerseys, yellow pants. The Indians, gold helmets, red jerseys, and tonight, in this mud fest, they are donning the white pants. Brandon Eiffel and Corey Jones back for the Indians. Been waiting to get Corey Jones back on this field this year. He's been struggling with some injuries. An exciting player will be that Corey Jones, just a sophomore. Great to see him in action tonight. Like I said, we've been looking forward to it. He's back with Brandon Eiffel, the senior, each about their own 10-yard line. And we are underway here at UHAS McGinley. Corey Jones back in his own end zone. They're going to call that one a touchback. Had the foot in the end zone, so that's it's an automatic touchback. A shame. We look forward to seeing him returning the ball, but the Indians will have it first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Indians led by their sophomore quarterback, Chaz Whitaker. Indian center this week, Mike Airgood.
That's your battery. Indians will drop to the I formation. Chris Washington will be deep in the I. Corey Jones goes in motion right to left, and it'll be Washington from the backfield. They have the receiver and running back tonight, and Washington able to squeeze through the line out to the 24-yard line, and Chris Washington will pick up 4 yards. Miles Davis also in the backfield in the I formation, so the Indians look like they're going with all receivers. Davis goes out. Whitaker to the sideline for play call. Ray Harris, Corey Jones, Chris Washington, Brandon Eiffel. And your end is number 30, Walter Moultrie. So the Indians have all receivers. Moultrie will come in motion to the near side. Washington will drop an I formation. They send Corey motion into the motion from slot right to slot left. Whitaker under pressure, looking for somewhere to go. Had a little bit of a hold. Closed quickly, and Whitaker will pick up 1 yard.
Brought down by number 33.
So he does avoid the sack. I'm not sure if Whitaker was going to throw, if he was looking for Corey Jones on the end around. But nonetheless, the Indians with a 3rd and 5. Again, Davis in front of Washington. Jones and Harris this way, Eiffel to the left. That'll be Chris Washington looking for somewhere to run. Gets a hole, gets the sideline. Chris Washington dives out over the 35 to the 38-yard line, picks up 13 and a first down. And Chris Washington, a big play for the Indians. He's out on the field tonight before the game and literally sinking into the field. It's going to be tough footing tonight. These teams are going to need to be able to run the football if they're going to have any success to try to set up some passing. But the field tonight is sloppy at best. Whitaker will throw, has Eiffel on the far side, has the pass, picks up about 8. And the Indians will be looking at a 2nd down and 2.
To number 1, Brandon Eiffel.
Talking with Whitaker before the game, he knows he's going to need to be able to throw the ball to spread the Central Catholic defense to have any kind of success running the football. And he really needs to mix some of those passes in with the runs. Indians, 3 run, 1 pass. Bounces that one into Corey Jones. They're going to call that one a forward pass. And they'll bring up a 3rd down and 2.
For number 9, Corey Jones.
Also talking with Joseph Serra before the game. The ball is very slippery, no grip. Can't get any grip on it at all. So the Indians throwing two downs in a row. Now 60% run, 40% pass, and the rain is starting to fall again. Lamont Kaiser looks like he'll be close to the 1st down. I think the officials will bring on the sticks to measure, but from here it looks like Kaiser does have the 1st down.
Official timeout on the field.
If he has the 1st down, it'll be a gain of 2. If he's short, it'll be a gain of 1. Zoom in on the ball. Looks like he'll have, yes he does, 2 yards. 2 yards in a cloud of mud. And Kaiser has the 1st down. Indians have it at their own 48-yard line. Clock stopped for the moment with 9:14 to go here in the opening period. We are scoreless. Penn Hills and Central. Again, it's homecoming 2009. Michael Jackson, one of our seniors of the week on the homecoming court. Colin Christian in motion. He'll take the inside handoff. Looking for a lane. Christian has it. Gets in Central Catholic territory. Be dropped at the 44-yard line. Coming up to make the tackle for the Vikings, Bob Heresy.
Colin Christian on the carry. Brought down by number 7.
And
Luke
Buck
Smith.
Nasty picks up 8 yards. Be 2nd down and 2. So Luke Smith on the tackle for Central Catholic. And the Indians certainly mixing up the play calls. Jones will go in motion. High snap. Whitaker hauls it in. Looks for somewhere to go. And he'll be dropped back at the 47-yard line. Loss of 9
Whitaker brought down
for
by
Whitaker.
number 64.
He'd been able to find a receiver, just launched it out of bounds somewhere to get rid of it. All he saw was a sea of white. So it'll be 3rd and 10. Whitaker will lose 8 yards. He loses the 8 yards picked up by Christian. I guess officially a sack. Chris Washington has himself a little bit of a hole, gets in back in Central Catholic territory, picks up about 6 yards, and the Indians will look at a 4th and 4.
Washington on the carry. Brought down by number 33.
And the punt unit comes on with 7:15 to go here in the opening quarter. Brian Palermo, number 21, and also Ed Latimer,
For Penn Hills.
number 26. Nice kick by Farraco, heading towards Palermo, calls for the fair catch and almost loses it, but does hold on. Central Catholic will have it at their own 13-yard line. 6:49 to go, first period. We are scoreless. Penn Hills Central Catholic. You are watching Indians football on Comcast.
12-yard line.
Vikings keep it on the ground. Tough sledding for Damian Jones-Moore. He'll get out to the 16-yard line, pick up about 4 yards.
Number 24.
Nice job of
Damian
running the
Jones
football.
on
Tackle on the
carry.
play by Mike Airgood
Brought down by Ray Harris.
and Raymond Harris. It looks like it's starting to come down a little bit heavier. Jones-Moore again this way. Out to about the 20-yard line. It'll be short of the first down.
Number 24.
Harrison
Damian
Jackson on the tackle.
Jones-Moore on the
He'll
carry.
pick up another 4
Brought
yards,
down
and it'll be
by
3rd down and 2.
Brandon Eichel and Mike Jackson.
Perry Hills is your quarterback for Central Catholic. The center is Ian Hogg. Jones-Moore back. Palermo's in the slot. Jones-Moore will go in motion. Central Catholic rolling to the right, looking for somewhere to go, and they're going to be short of the first down. It was a quarterback keeper all the way. Looked like Cullen Christian up to make the tackle, and Central Catholic
Brought down
will be short. Perry Hills was the quarterback
by number
rollout all the
24,
way, and
Cullen Christian.
that'll be no gain. It was, in fact, Christian with the tackle. And it'll be 4th and 2. The Vikings go 3 and out, and the Indians hopefully should get some good field position. Brandon Eichel on the far side of the field. Corey Jones on this side. He'll be back for the Indians. Matt McZura back to kick for Central Catholic. Gets the kick away. High, short. And the Indians touch it and fall on it. The problem with those high, short kicks is the coverage seems coming down and it's falling in. And more often than not, it hits somebody, which can cause a plethora of bad things to happen.
The ball for Penn Hills. They will take over on their 47-yard
So
line.
the Indians will have it at their own 47-yard line. Great field position, nice opportunity. You can see the rain falling on your screen there. Ray Harris and Corey Foster. Corey Jones. Seen Andrew Foster with his new number 68 heading up to the line. Tackle on the near side. We'll get to the line. And Chris Washington will lose a yard.
Chris Washington.
Andrew Foster, number 68, and Nick Bernhardy on the right side of the Indians line. And on your left side, Taylor Adams and Brett Allen. And Washington gets half of that yard back. Call it no gain. It'll be 3rd down and 11.
Washington brought down on the carry by number 22, David Myers.
It's Trayvon Hester in on the Indians' offensive line. Washington goes in motion to the left. Miles Davis. Lone setback. Whitaker gets hauled in on the blitz. Drop back at the 41-yard line. Another sack for the Vikings.
Whitaker brought down on the play by number 9, Louis Taglianetti.
Lou Taglianetti coming in to make the tackle. And the Indians are going to have to punt for the second time. Fracca with a nice kick his first time up. Line drive. Picked up at the 25 wall, near side. And out of bounds is Ed Latimer.
Number 26.
Gives Central Catholic nice field position about the 40-yard line. See that wall open up real nice on the near side. Walter Moultrie able to force him out of bounds, but Central Catholic now with nice field position at the 40. Beats the 12. A 30-yard kick. Return of 15. Net of 15. Central keeps it on the ground. Jones Moore.
Damien Jones Moore on the carry. Brought down by
goes into the arms of Adam Taylor.
Eiffel. And number 56, Taylor Adams.
And we're going to play 2nd down, and we'll call it 6. It's like 6.5, but really, what does it matter? Perry Hills is your quarterback. And Central Catholic moved. 5 yards.
Illegal procedure against Central Catholic. Still 2nd down.
Anthony Nixon splits to the near side. And with Dustin Lohman, Perry Hills under center. It's Jones Moore gets the pitch, looks for a hole, finds it, but it closes quickly. Making the tackle, the Indians' Aaron Donald.
Damien Jones Moore on the carry, brought down by number 59, Aaron Donald.
Called a pickup of 1. So it'll be 3rd and 10. Clock at 1:15 and running here in the opening quarter. Scoreless, Penn Hills Central Catholic. Vikings' Pat Kelly comes into the game. Nice shot there of the Indians' defense.
Billy, you have a tape or a can for it. It's on your can for it. See if anybody up there has next to it.
Jones-Moore, he goes in motion. Under pressure, and Central Catholic loses the football. Who falls on it? Does Aaron Donald have it at the 34-yard line? Yes, they do. Aaron Donald recovers the football.
Picked up by number 59, Aaron Donald.
Perry Hills was under pressure, got away from one man, but then he fumbled.
33-yard line.
And the Indians recover, and they're going to mark it at the 33. First turnover of the game gives the Indians great field position deep in Central Catholic territory at the 33. I formation behind Whitaker. It looked like Central Catholic jumped off sides. And they're going to say Central Catholic has the football. It looks like they jumped off sides. I think that's what the officials are saying on the other side. Which the coaches are saying.
On the play, picked up by number 68, Chris Grimes. Central Catholic takes over.
So Central have it at their own 37-yard line. Jones-Moore into the pile. Miles Davis added an exclamation point on top of it. Look it out to the 41-yard line for a pickup of 4.
Damian Jones-Moore on the carry, brought down by number 58, Mike Airgood.
Mike Airgood credit on the tackle. And second down and 6. And it's raining pretty good. Not quite like it did last week at Plum yet. And that'll do it for quarter number 1. After one period of play, we are scoreless. Penn Hills Central Catholic. You are watching Indians football on Comcast. Second quarter about to get underway. Central quickly to the line on a second down and 6. Perry Hills, the quarterback. Jones-Moore, no, first man through. Almost breaking it is Brian Palermo, who had the first down for the Central Catholic Vikings.
Brian Palermo
To the Indians' 46-yard line.
Down by number 1, Brandon Eiffel.
A gain of 8 and a first down. Brandon Eiffel with a touchdown-saving tackle. I think the Indians were keen on Damian Jones-Moore, the 5'6" sophomore. But first man through was Palermo. Unfortunately, Eiffel was there to make the tackle. The Vikings, the first down in Penn Hills territory. They crossed the 50 for the first time tonight. Comes on the first play of the second quarter. Anthony Nixon goes in motion. And Aaron Donald this time will drop Brian Palermo for no gain.
Number 21, Palermo, brought down in the backfield by
The
number
Vikings
59,
trying to go back to the
Aaron
quick dive to
Donald.
Palermo, and Donald was right there waiting. So this rain has held a lot of the crowd back tonight. It's been a packed house here. Jones-Moore and Aaron Donald for another no gain. And it'll be a third down and 10 now for the Central Catholic Vikings. Senior Aaron Donald, the 6'2", 275-pound senior. Headed to Pitt next year. Back-to-back tackles. We'll see if the Vikings throw for the first time tonight. I have no. He got sacked. Hills takes a snap, under pressure, looking downfield, gets the ball away, has a man, and a pass overthrown. Ray Harris on the coverage. It was Anthony Nixon, the intended receiver, and it'll be 4th down and 10 for the Vikings, and they'll bring on the punt unit. Clock will stop with 10:07 to go here in quarter number 2, and Jones and Eiffel back for the Indians. So waiting to see Corey Jones get his hand on the football for the first time this season. Oh, he's going to be an exciting player. Low snap. Central gets the kick away towards Jones. Jones has it at the 14-yard line, looking for somewhere to go, and he's dropped as soon as he gets it. No, the Indians will have it inside their own 15-yard line. They're going to mark them at the 10.
Brought down by number 83.
Yeah, they're going to mark them at the 10-yard line. Joe Sangamino on the tackle. And the Indians, a long way to go. Eiffel splits this way. Power I formation. The Indians bring the Mooses. I guess the Moose. And before we get started, we got a penalty flag. The Vikings offsides. It is offsides against the Vikings. Little tip for you. You know how you can tell that? So the side judge is looking when they throw the flag. If they throw it towards the offense, it's procedure. If they throw it towards the defense, whether they throw it to the right or their left, whichever side, they throw it to the side of whoever has the penalty. So, I don't think the Vikings jump again. And if they did, it's a first down. Vikings are pointing at the Indians. Oh, it's going to be offsides again. So the Indians, before they run a play, are at the 20-yard line.
That penalty results.
Yes, you do count that as a first down.
First down.
It's first down via penalty, but it is a first down. Washington, following those blockers, has a hole. Will get about 8 yards out to the 28-yard line. And a late flag comes in.
Flag on the play.
The official calls a personal foul against the Vikings, and that's another first down. 2 first downs this drive via the penalty. The Indians have run one play, have 2 first downs. And the Vikings 25 yards in penalties. I'll tell you what is going on the field. A little tip for you there. Up in the booth with our official stat man, Keith Banks, is these teams have seen the intensity of Aaron Donald and how he retaliates. He did that earlier in the season. They've been going after him, and Donald has been keeping his cool. So 2 weeks ago against Butler, they jumped all over him down there right in front of the official. Nothing was called. This time they tried it again. Got to see Ron Graham come out, pointed to Aaron Donald, said, "Good job for keeping your head." Chris Washington will be dropped back at the 41-yard line. We'll lose 2.
Washington on the carry, brought down in the backfield by number 22, David.
I'll talk with Aaron Donald. I always tell him, they're coming after you. Remember, they always get the retaliator. If they see somebody do something, somebody hits back, they get the second guy. Just let them do it and let them call it. Apparently they did it there, and Indians got a first down. Now looking at a second down and 12. Now we're looking at a 2nd and 17.
procedure.
Indians have Brett Allen and Trevon Hester in the backfield. You have kind of a sense that the Indians are just looking to try to pound it. And I think the Indians are going to use a timeout here. Yes, they will. So the Indians will go over to a soggy sideline. You see the rain falling.
Timeout. Penn Hills.
And the coach is coming out and talking to the troops.
Congratulations to the Penn Hills boys cross country team. This past Tuesday, the Indians.
See number 68 there. We were looking last week. There was a New Jersey. Couldn't figure it out, but that's Andrew Foster. They changed him from 90 to 68 because there is a rule that your linemen, offensive linemen, you need 5 men on the line, numbers between 50 and 7, in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. So any number between 50 and 79. He had number 90. The officials made him change the jersey if he's going to play on the offensive line. And the Indians gave him number 68. He was 53 last year, but this year they gave that to Tucker Curran in honor of his dad, Blade Curran. Yeah, they did retire it, but brought it out for Tucker, who got concussion early this year and still has not gotten cleared to play. So you're looking for him for wrestling. Following the timeout, the Indians back I formation. Second down, 17. Foster comes in motion this side, tackle eligible. And Washington slips. Will slide after a pickup of 1. And the Indians with a 3rd and 16.
Chris Washington brought down by number 54, Alex Palmier.
Oh, the Indians were going to throw. They were going to do it on that one. Try to pick up a couple of little chunks. In the middle of that field, that's going to get nasty quickly. Washington again, looking for someone, looking for a hole, gets the hole, looking for another block, but he's wrapped up at the legs. Brought down at the 47-yard line after a pickup of 10. He'll be short of the first down.
Chris Washington on the
And the Indians will have to bring the punt team on with 8 minutes to go here in the half. Luke Smith
Fourth
with
down.
the tackle. And Fracco punting for the 3rd time. 4th time. No, 3rd. High snap, Fracco gets it in, gets the kick away. Nice end-over-end boot. And the Indians will watch it roll and go out of bounds at the 22-yard line. That's how you do it. You keep Central from returning it. And you pin them deep.
At the Central Catholic 21-yard line.
So the Vikings will have it with 7:32 officially to go. Ball to 22. Back set for the Vikings. Jones Moore into the secondary. The Indians bring him down after a pickup of 6.
Damian Jones Moore on the carry, brought down by number 20,
Michael Jackson on the tackle, and it'll be 2nd down and 4. And Michael Jackson on the Indians' homecoming court. And the Vikings waste no time to get to the line. Clock rolls under 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Jones Moore again. The Indians will close. Will be short of the first. No, he fights his way ahead. Will have a first down. The Indians try to strip the ball. unable to do so, but Jones-Moore will have a first down at the 36-yard line. Nice job to pick up 8 yards. The Vikings with their second first down of the half. Cullen Christian with the tackle along with Brandon Eiffel. And the Vikings move the sticks. All 3 timeouts have the Vikings. Perry Hill's under center. Jones-Moore deep. It'll be Palermo, first man through, and the Indians able to get enough on him to knock him down at the 38-yard line. Michael Jackson with the tackle after a pickup of 3. Michael Jackson not only on the homecoming court, but the homecoming king.
Brought down by number 42.
He is definitely Action Jackson. With the Kung Fu grip. Am I dating myself there? Okay. Jones-Moore, left side, into the arms of Aaron Donald. Will drop him at the 40 after a pickup of 1. And the Vikings looking at a third down, and I can pick up a 2, third down and 6. I mean, 3rd and 5.
55. Trayvon Hester.
Aaron Donald hit him first. Trayvon Hester finished him off. Anthony Nixon tried to come this way. He seems slipping, just trying to get to the wideout position. And Vikings will have another first down. Palermo to the 46-yard line. Needed 5, got 6. And the Vikings with another first down.
Play results in the Central Catholic first down.
Officials will set the sticks and the clock will roll under 5 minutes. And the Indians call another timeout.
Timeout, Penn Hills.
So the Indian defense will go to the sideline, talk things over. See Coach Rash in the red hat.
The Penn Hills Lady Indian volleyball
And Coach Gibson in the red.
continued their undefeated season this past week with victories against Gateway and Fox
It looks like the rain has let up
The
anyway.
ladies are now ranked 8th in the
Certainly
state.
the damage has been done to the
Come on
field.
out and support the team as they take
It's
on
been a little
ball
slick.
this Thursday night at 7 o'clock in the high school gym.
And William with a towel on his head.
Boys basketball.
There you go. Take care of the officials there, Will. Make them your friend.
If they're not, they will be.
Well, we come back from the timeout. The Indians will have, looking at a Viking 1st and 10. The Vikings at their own 46-yard line. Still scoreless here in the first half. Penn Hills Central Catholic homecoming. I don't know if there's really any stats to speak of right now for anybody. Each team 1 turnover. Palermo will pick up 2. That's getting to the point. It's hard to even see who's getting hands on him. Aaron Donald on the tackle. And Trevon Kaiser. Trevon Hester. Hard to read the rosters, too. Too much mud. Indians 1 timeout left. The Vikings have all 3. Looks like the fog's starting to settle in on the field. Still a light drizzle. Jones-Moore looking for a lane, has one, has the first down, has the sideline. Cullen Christian in pursuit. Jones-Moore will be brought down at the 10-yard line. That's the speed of Cullen Christian. Saved the touchdown.
Cullen Christian. First down, Central Catholic.
43 yards on the carry, and that's a first down, 1st and goal. Vikings at the 10-yard line. Jones-Moore went left side, got the lane, got the sideline, and he was off to the races. Especially for the Indians, they had Cullen Christian out there. one of the fastest Indians, able to run them down from behind. And the Vikings set up with a 1st and goal. Jones Moore, the lone setback. He'll go in motion to the left. Quarterback keeper all the way, and the Indians will allow about 3-4 yards.
Perry Hills on the keeper.
Quarterback Perry Hills will get to the 7, picks up 3.
Aaron Donald on the tackle.
And the Vikings going conservative. So Aaron Donald makes the tackle. Vikings 104 yards rushing tonight. Jones Moore at the 5-yard line. Fights his way ahead. They're going to mark him to the 1-yard line. Hard to see how he gets through everybody.
Brought down by number 7, Ray Harris.
6 yards. 3rd and goal from the 1. Ray Harris finally with the tackle. See these carriers go into the line and you think they're going to go down. And somehow they whizzle their way through. Timeout Central Catholic as the Vikings look at a 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. And we'll take a break. 3:10 to go, first half. Score, Central Catholic nothing, Penn Hills nothing. The Vikings at the 1. You're watching Indians football on Comcast. Vikings 3rd and goal from the 1-foot line. Jones Moore in the power I. Vikings lose the football. The Viking recovered it and went into the end zone. It was recovered by Brian Palermo, and he dove over the top into the end zone. So I think officially a 1-yard fumble recovery. A 1-yard fumble return. I don't know. I'm going to put Palermo 1-yard run.
Matt McZura on to attempt the extra point.
Nonetheless, it's 6-0 Central Catholic. And the kick is up and through. 3:04 to go, first half. Central Catholic 7, Penn Hills nothing. You're watching Indians football on Comcast. Vikings go 78 yards in 10 plays. The 43-yard run by Damian Jones Moore to set them up 1st and goal at the 10-yard line, the key play. And then Brian Palermo with the fumble recovery in the end zone. And this kick will go out of bounds.
Flag on the play.
So the Indians will have it after the penalty at the 35-yard line.
Penn Hills will
By rule,
on their 35-yard line.
Indians could take it at the 35 or make a re-kick. And this schlop, I take it at the 35. Washington looking for somewhere to go. It can go nowhere because went into quicksand. Hit the slip and slide.
Chris Washington
No gain. I think the Indians may need to start trying to throw some short passes. Clock running with 2:40 to go. 1 timeout left. The trail by 7. Whitaker will throw. Looks this way. Has a man to pass too high. Corey Jones couldn't come up with it. And the Indians will be looking at a 3rd down and 10.
Corey Jones.
Clock will stop with 2:26. I think that's exactly what the Indians need to do. Roberson, the up back. Corey Jones this side looking for somewhere to go. Jones will get across the 40 to the 41. Picks up 6 yards.
Number 9, Corey Jones.
Well, it'll bring up a 4th down for the Indians, and I think Central Catholic's going to call a timeout.
4th down.
Because they're going to get the ball back with 2:12 to go, and that's exactly what they do. It leaves the Vikings with 1, and we'll call timeout. 2:12 to go, first half. Vikings up by 7. You're watching Indians football on Comcast.
Central Catholic.
Franco back to kick for the Indians. Palermo and Latimer back for the Central Catholic Vikings. Towards Latimer. Has it at the 32-yard line, looking for somewhere to go, and will slide across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The Vikings 1 timeout, 2:04 to go on the clock. If the Vikings able to get points now, that could be huge as they get the ball to start half number 2. So that's what Terry Totten was thinking as he called the timeout.
36-yard line.
And the Indians can't be thinking past too much. They have to keep their eyes on number 24, Damian Jones-Moore. Harry Hill's under center. It'll be Damian Jones-Moore into the pile. Will lose a yard. Air Good and Tyree Turner on the tackle.
Damian Jones-Moore.
Now we'll bring up a 2nd down and 11.
On the play by number 54, Tyree Turner.
Vikings go to a tight formation. 3-back set. Moore. Wrapped up from behind. We'll get the yard back. Tackle on the play by Lamont Kaiser. Let's see who came out from the bottom of the pile.
Moore brought down on the play by number 22, Lamont Kaiser.
Clock approaching 1 minute. And running. Well, under a minute. Vikings with a 3rd and 10. That's when the Vikings don't get the first down. Do the Indians call their timeout? I think they do. Palermo is in front of Jones-Moore in the eye. Hills will throw. Rolls to his right, under pressure. Penalty flag comes in back in the backfield.
Number 18, Perry Hills.
Perry Hills will pick up 2 yards.
Number 20,
Michael Jackson moonwalks his way over to make the tackle. Oh, defense stands there like a stone wall.
The call is holding against Central
Holding
Catholic.
against Central Catholic brings up a 4th down, 34 seconds. I think the Indians should use their timeout and make them kick. The Indians coaches are already yelling timeout. I mean, it took the officials 11 seconds with 2 coaches yelling at them to call timeout.
Penn Hills.
So we'll take a timeout quickly. 28 seconds to go here, first half. Penn Hills trails Central Catholic 7-0. You're watching Indians football on Comcast. Corey Jones back for the Indians inside their own 30-yard line. Short kick out of bounds. Indians should have decent field position with 20 seconds to go. No timeouts. Indians should have it near midfield. They're going to have it at the 47-yard line.
Big Zura's punt goes out of bounds on the Penn Hills 47-yard line, where they will take over.
Those Indians have an opportunity of 4 passes here at least. Remember, first down stops the clock. So if you're able to pick up some yardage, get a first down, get the troops up there, and spike the ball. Christian will go in motion to the right. Whitaker, straight drop. Penalty's going to be against the Indians here. It's caught by Jones at the 30-yard line, but this one's going to come back.
Whitaker pass complete to number 9, Corey Jones.
Ball at the 31-yard line. It would be a 22-yard reception, but this one's coming back. Illegal shift against the Indians. Time here, the Indians come back with the same play. Do it again. That one was good enough for 22.
Illegal procedure against Penn Hills.
That would have been
Repeat, first down.
Whitaker's second completion. What's that flashing over there? Is that from those lights? Whitaker rolling to his left, looking. He's going to tuck it under and run, gets into the secondary. Whitaker will have a first down, goes down at the 35-yard line. Call it time. Clock stops with 1 second to go. I don't think the Indians are going to have enough time.
Whitaker on the run, brought down by number 2, Shane Yuhan.
23 yards on the carry for Whitaker. Indians need to get set and ready to snap the ball with 1 second to go.
Flag on the field.
And flag on the field. The Indians aren't going to be able to get this one off. It'll be the last play of the half. The clock will run out. False start against the Indians, and that's the end of the half.
Against Penn Hills.
They called it a dead ball, and with 1 second left. No, they aren't. So the Indians get a free play here, it would seem. And that's the half. After one half of play, Central Catholic 7, Penn Hills nothing. Back for second half action. You are watching Indians football on Comcast. Second half action about to get underway with the Central Catholic Vikings leading the Penn Hills Indians by a score of 7-0. Mike Faracco with the squib kick picked up at the 25-yard line. And the Vikings will return it out across the 30 to about the 38-yard line. Malik Johnson with the return.
Johnson on the return.
And the Vikings starting again, as I said, at their own 37-yard line.
Brought down by number 43, Terry Wilson.
Stats to mention. Chris Washington, 10 carries, 41 yards. Chaz Whitaker, 2 carries, 41 yards. He's 2 of 4, 14 yards. And 1 fumble lost, which was an offsides. Should have been called offsides. The most tackles in the backfield waiting for the snap, for Pete's sake. And yet, it's right after the Indians had recovered a fumble deep in Central Catholic territory. Palermo with a big hole, and he's gone. First play, touchdown, Central Catholic. 62-yard run. And the Indians were caught napping.
Number 14, Matt McZuron, to attempt the extra point.
Vikings ran that one a couple of times in the first half. And they come back with it again. And this time Palermo goes 62 yards on the breakaway. He's feeling the wind blowing through his hair, and 62 yards later, he has 6 points for the Vikings. And there's a penalty flag. Offsides against the Indians. Move this one half the distance. The Vikings are going to decline the penalty. I guess I can't decline. They're going to move the ball half the distance to the goal. So from the 2.5 to the 1.25. And Matt McZura will try the point after once again. And the kick is up. And the kick is through. 11:45 to go, third quarter. The score, Central Catholic 14, Penn Hills nothing. You are watching Indians football on
Bethel Park 16, Upper St. Clair 0.
Ryan Palermo's second touchdown of the game gives the Vikings a 14-0 lead. Scoring drive. One play, 62 yards.
Woodland Hill
Does bring up the yards per carriage average. Yards per carry average.
0.
Huh? Yeah, for Palermo. Yeah. Vikings 174 yards rushing. Eiffel from the 14, looking for somewhere to go. Has a lane. Eiffel looking for a block. Eiffel close to midfield. He'll go down with a nice return. The Indians great field position. Ball at the 50-yard line.
Number 1, Brandon Eiffel on the return.
Indians need some sort of a spark. See if that kind of gets the offense ignited. Indians 81 yards rushing, 14 yards passing. You know, in defense of the Indians, they've given up a 43-yard run and a 62-yard run, so there's over 100 yards right there on 2 plays. Whitaker under pressure, and will be sacked back at the 40-yard line. Whitaker needed to get rid of that ball. Avoided the first man, did not avoid the second, will lose 10, and will be sacked back at the 40-yard line. It'll be second down and 20. Indians in action next Friday night in Vandergrift to take on the Kiski Cavaliers. I don't know how to get to Google Earth. Look up Vandergrift, Pennsylvania. Look for the football field in the middle of town. And the Indians come back with the dive play.
Washington on the carry.
Give Washington a gain of 1. Indians in the muddiest part of the field.
Brought down by number 44, Bob Heresy.
Now with a 3rd and 19. Christian comes in motion this way. Whitaker will throw under pressure, and he'll be sacked again. Offensive line giving him no help on that play. They were there waiting for him back at the 35-yard line. Whitaker will lose 6 on another sack. Just come off the passing yards, I believe.
Whitaker brought down by number 52, Stephon Featherstone.
And the Indians go 3 and out. Nice punt, nice kickoff return to the 50-yard line, and now they're kicking from their own 35. So the Indians minus 15 yards on that drive. And Faraka will kick. And the Indians will down it at the 24-yard line. Ed Latimer was there. The ball bounced over his head. And the Indians catch a break, and the Vikings get it at the 24 with 9:19 to go. Here in quarter number 3, the Indians defense needs to put up a better showing than they did last time. Franco, the 50-yard punt with no return.
Llewellyn. Central Catholic takes over on their own 23-yard line.
Jones Moore will get out to the 25-yard line, picks up 1.
Jamie Jones Moore on the carry. Brought down by
That'll be second down and 9.
Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald with the tackle. Jones Moore again cuts back into the center of the line. The Indians are waiting for him. Picks up about 2 yards, maybe 3. We'll give him 3, call it 3rd down and 6.
Jones Moore brought down on the play.
Looks like the Indians
20.
are warming up quarterback Philip Morford on the sideline. Maggio in it. Fullback, and looks like the Vikings lost the handle on the snap. About to recover for a loss of 3. And the Vikings will have to come on and kick.
4th down.
Eiffel and Jones back for the Indians. And the Indians could use another nice return from one of these 2 young men. High kick. Fair catch called for by Jones. And no, he dropped the football, but it looks like he fell on it. Jones did, in fact, recover his own fumble. And the Indians will have it with 7:03 to go in the 3rd. Mark them at their own 39-yard line, 38-yard line-ish.
Penn Hills takes over on their own 39-yard line.
We'll mark them at 39, and now the Indian offense needs to really get something going here. Whitaker still in at quarterback for the Indians. Eiffel left, Christian right, Jones, the inside receiver to the near side, I formation behind Chaz Whitaker. Roberson, the up back. I don't think he's had a carry yet tonight. To Jones, near side. Corey Jones out to the 45-yard line. C. Jones with a pick up of 6 yards.
Number 9, Corey Jones.
And the Indians with a 2nd down and 4. The Indians need to
Brought down by number 22.
put more of that into the play calling here in the half. I'd like to see them try to get a couple of deep balls too, if they can. They can get the blocking up front. Look like the Vikings jumped off sides. Whitaker will tuck it under and run. Whitaker will have a 1st down, will slide ahead in Viking territory to the 43-yard line. Pickup of 12 yards. And Whitaker gets the Indians a fresh set of downs. Chaz taking what they gave him. They opened up in front, had a little bit of pressure, and decided to take it himself. Picks up the first down.
Ferguson, please report to the press box. Mark Ferguson, please report to the press box.
The Wiz left side will have a first down and more. Oh my! He was off to the races. Getting a paw on him from behind was Luke Smith. Otherwise, the Wiz might still be running. But nonetheless, Washington will have a first down to the 31-yard line. Another 12-yard carry. As I mentioned, an Indian first down. Indian faithful starting to get into it as the offense starts moving the football. C. Jones motion this way. Whitaker takes the snap. And Washington down to the 30-yard line for a yard.
Chris Washington on the carry, brought down by number 44, Bob Harrison.
Clock running, 5:15 to go here, third quarter. Vikings up 14-0. Vikings come with the blitz and they catch Washington in the backfield. Coming in, David Myers.
Washington brought down in the backfield by
And
number
Washington
22,
will lose back to the
David
40-yard line,
Myers.
will lose 5 yards. And the Indians looking at a third and 13. Of course, we're going to have to pass on some congratulations to Mike Rogal's daughter, Sherry. Talking to him at halftime. His daughter is in labor at McGee Hospital right now. Mike Rogal about to become a grandfather for the very first time. Whitaker tucks it under, looking for somewhere to run near side. Gets the pass away and had a man open. Looked like Christian. It's a heads-up play by Whitaker right before he crossed the line of scrimmage. He saw Christian open, tried to get it out to him. Would have been a dandy of a play had it been completed. But it falls incomplete, and the Indians with a fourth down, and they're going to keep the offense on the field. Why not? At the 35-yard line, he put it in the end zone, he gave up 15 yards. You know, barring a sack, even if you come up short, you give it to him inside the 30-yard line. Trips left, Jones to the near side, and Whitaker loses the snap. Vikings keep looking like they're coming early. No gain on the play. The Indians turn it over on downs. So the Indians don't even give themselves a chance on fourth down as they fumble the snap. And the Vikings have it at the 35-yard line. Not very good conditions out there. Reminded of Dr. Rogal's daughters. I saw Nick Bernhardy's mom come walking by. She's expecting. And the Vikings add to their rushing total. Jones Moore out to the 42-yard line.
Damian Jones Moore on the
Picks
carry,
up 7.
run down by number 58.
Mike Airgood with the tackle for the Indians. And the Vikings with a second down and 3. Starting to get difficult to read some numbers. Myers comes in motion this way. Jones more looking for somewhere to go. Has a little bit of a hole. He'll be close to the first down. They're going to mark him at the 45-yard line. We'll give him the 3 yards and the first down.
Jones more on the carry, brought down by number 1.
As do the officials.
Brandon
Now appears.
Eiffel. Play results to the Central Catholic first down.
Indian cheerleaders quite festive tonight. Myers again in motion. Vikings lose the handle on the football and the snap. Let's check the scrum. And the Indians have it at the 44-yard line. I have no idea how Cullen Christian found himself to the bottom of that pile on a fumbled snap.
Takes over on the Central Catholic 44-yard line.
But the Indians catch a break with 2:37 to go here in the third quarter. Ball at the Central Catholic 44. Maybe the Indians go deep ball right here. Got the turnover. You got Eiffel left, Christian right. Send them on the goes. Get some blocking for Whitaker. But they come with the power eye. And Whitaker loses the snap. Looks like he falls on it, and he does. The official signals second down. Loss of 1 for Whitaker. Again, the ball in the sloppiest part of the field right there. Again, talking with Joseph Serra before the game. He's the long snapper, talking about how there's no grip on that football. Now, if there's ever a case for turf up here, this is it here. I mean, walking on the field before the game, literally, I was sinking into the field. I don't mean just squishing on whack. I mean sinking into the dirt. Indians lose the ball again, and I'm telling you, it looks like the Vikings keep coming early. No gain, it'll be 3rd and 11. Back-to-back fumbles. Third fumble by Whitaker. All fumbled snaps. And he blamed the quarterback and he blamed the center. Yeah. I don't know, my son's a center. They always seem to blame him. I think he said 1 fumbled snap. I don't know. He said the quarterback pulled his hands out early. Again, they fumble the snap. And the Indians fall on it.
Fourth down.
It was Brett Allen. And the Indians unable to take advantage of the Central Catholic fumble. Fracco will come on and kick with about 30 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Fracco slips as he kicks it, but gets the ball away. He'll take an Indian bounce inside the 20-yard line and go dead at the 17. 15 seconds to go, third quarter. The Vikings up 14-0. You're watching Penn Hills football on Comcast. Vikings taking no time after the change of possession. So much for the TV timeout.
Brian Palermo on the carry.
Palermo will get out to the 22-yard line for a pickup of 5. And the Vikings with a 2nd down and 5, and that'll do it for quarter number 3. Now the TV timeout. After 3, Central Catholic 14, Penn Hills 0. You are watching Indians football on Comcast. Fourth quarter about to get underway with the Vikings up by 14, and Jones Moore looking to go somewhere left side. Will get out to the 25-yard line.
Jones Moore brought down on
For a
the
pickup
play
of
by
3.
number 58, Mike Airgood.
And the Vikings with a 3rd down and 2. Now with a 14-point lead, the Vikings will be in no hurry to get plays off here in quarter number 4. First carry of the game for Dom Maggio. He'll get no gain, I should say. Dom Maggio, the 5'7" senior. Whereas Maggio got the bulk of the carries last year when he played Central down at Carnegie Mellon.
Number 34, Dom Maggio.
I think it was Maggio had the Vikings' only touchdown, as a matter of fact. But Central Catholic will kick back to the Indians. Get that all entered. We'll start on this after, on the TV timeout after the kick. Look at the foggy mist coming over the stadium. Vikings get the kick away. It's going to be C. Jones at the 34-yard line. Gets out to the 41, loses the football. And it looks like the Vikings will have it at the 49-yard line.
Number 86, Pat Kelly, picks up the fumble for Central Catholic. They'll have first down on the Penn Hills 38-yard line.
Well, the Vikings catch a break. And they come out of the power I. Jones Moore following a blocker. Aaron Donald will wrap him up at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
Jones Moore tackled on the play by number 59, Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald having a nice game tonight up front. But now the Vikings in that messy part of the field. Let's see if they have any problems with their snaps. Maggio in front of Jones Moore. Jones Moore hit at the line. Give the tackle on the play to Kadir Perry, Anderson Perry.
Jones Moore brought down on the play by number 30, Walter.
Yeah, Walter Moultrie.
Moultrie.
The clean number 15 out there. Playing the left end on the near side of the field. Sticks out like a, look at them white pants. Kadir, you have to roll out in the mud after this play just to hide yourself. Central will throw, looks over the middle, has a man wide open, touchdown Central Catholic. Joe Sangamino on the touchdown reception, 34 yards.
Hill's pass complete to number 83, Joe Sangamino. Play results in a Central Catholic touchdown.
The Vikings now up 3 touchdowns, trying to make this a 21-0 game. Here in quarter number 4. And the Vikings will call timeout. 8:44 to go, fourth quarter, 20-0 Vikings. You're watching Indians football on Comcast.
Central Catholic. Sports Network.
kick is no good. 8:44 to go, fourth quarter. Score remains Central Catholic 20. Penn Hills nothing. You are watching Indians football on Comcast. Yards in 3 plays following the fumbled punt and extend the lead 20-0. Jones Moore 96 yards tonight. Brian Palermo 87 yards so far. Corey Jones from his 5-yard line, looking for somewhere to go, gets a little bit of a hole, cuts to the near side. Corey Jones wrapped up and brought down at the 36-yard line. 31-yard return for C. Jones, and he puts the Indians right back in the middle of that slushy part of the field. Vikings' only completion of the night, that 34-yard touchdown pass.
Penn Hills takes over on their 36-yard line.
Jones in motion to the right, Whitaker from the shotgun. Looks somewhere to go, and he's going to be sacked back at the 31. I don't know if Whitaker was a design quarterback keeper all the way, but he kind of tucked that in a little early. And he'll be sacked again, and it'll be a second down and 15 for the Indians. The Indians with the sacks are in negative passing yards. 4-yard total offense tonight. Whitaker under center this time. Looks for Jones on the right side, wide receiver screen, and it's going to be dropped for a loss of 2 on the completion. It'll be third down and 17.
Corey Jones brought down by number 5, Ryan Zay.
Indians 3rd and 17. Whitaker throws this side for Jones, looking for somewhere to go. And the Vikings close and wrap up quickly. Nigel Thomas not fooled.
Whitaker pass complete to number 9, Corey Jones, brought down by number 33.
We'll give Jones 2 yards on the reception, and it's going to be 4th down for the Indians. 4th and 15. And Farraco back to punt. With the white pants. And have a tight shot on him. Can't see Farraco back here doing the kicking. Go back a little bit more there. You can see Farraco. There he goes. High snap. Nice job for Farraco getting the ball down, getting the kick away. And the ball looked like it hit a Viking, and it's loose on the field. Who has it? And the Vikings have it. So Central will have it with 6:16 to go. The ball just shy of midfield at about the 47-yard line. And put him at the 46. Make up your minds. 47. Vikings keep it on the ground, no surprise there. Jones Moore will get to the 50-yard line for a pickup of 3.
Jones Moore on
99 yards now so far for Jonesmore. Ray Harris making the tackle for the Indians. Clock under 6 minutes. Second down, 7 now for the Vikings. They're up 20-0. Nothing doing there. We'll be generous and call it no gain. That'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Vikings. Yeah, the Vikings right now just want to hold on to the football. They don't care if they don't get the first down. They're just trying to kill some clock. Right, even their conference record at 1-1. The Indians look like they're going to fall to 1-1. Vikings look like they're going to throw. They get the pass away, complete near side, first down, Vikings and more. Needing a block, not getting it. Like David Myers. So it is David Myers limping off, ball down to the 20-yard line. 30 yards on the reception. Colin Christian with the tackle. And the Vikings have it first down at the 20-yard line. 64 yards passing tonight for the Vikings. We can figure that one out easily. And that was the first pass of theirs that was not a touchdown. We're getting 32 yards per throw, per completion, I should say. So they 2 for 2. Central loses a handle on the snap, and the Indians say they have it. Mike Airgood comes out with it. I'm going to say Vikings ball. Is Airgood coming out with the football, but it's 2nd down and 10. Disappointing night for the home faithful. Vikings are going to call timeout. 3:30 to go, 4th quarter. The Vikings up 20-0. You're watching Indians football on Comcast.
Go get 'em, guys.
Indians trailing by 20. Defense looking for another stand. At least trying to keep this one somewhat respectable. See Mike Regale there on the track on the far side, the big guy with the black hat there at the top left part of your screen. Again, maybe coming granddaddy tonight. We all our best to Mike Regale.
October 19th as the girls dig on Woodland Hills for their senior night.
Maggio, the first man through, has a hole inside the 10. Maggio inside the 5. Touchdown, Central Catholic. Dom Maggio, the 20-yard run. And the Vikings extend their lead.
And with the Central Catholic touchdown.
The Vikings now up 26-0 with 3:22 to go. I think the Indians have finally lulled Central into that confidence out there. Kick is up and good. Vikings 27, Indians nothing. You're watching Penn Hills football on Comcast.
Penn Hills
Well, that says it all. Jones at the 14-yard line, trying to find the wedge. Jones has a lane near side, and he slips in that mucky part of the field and goes down at the 45-yard line.
Down at the Penn Hills 45-yard line.
You know that four-letter word you can't say on television? Turf. And by the way, just a note to whoever does the Indians jerseys in the laundry, they get washed in cold, not hot, cold. And the Indians call timeout. Yeah, the Indians jersey, they're starting to, the colors are fading out, the numbers are, look low, the numbers have all faded down. Washed in cold, tumble dry on low, or hang dry. Not hot, especially the white jerseys. They're going to turn pink.
You can catch all of tonight's action all weekend long.
We go off on all kinds of tangents here, folks.
With Coach Graham and Bill Navarre.
Especially late in the game.
Channel 98.
Ah, Steve Williams still at it. Actually, it's not a towel, it's a poncho. I told him a nice towel, it's just a poncho. But he put his jacket over top of the poncho. He likes to look official. Of course, he and his brother Joe will be playing tomorrow at Friendship Park. The Midget Football Association, the Braves, the Indians, and the Bantams, hosting Franklin Regional. Next week, senior night at Friendship Park, as they host Plum. Whitaker is going to keep it himself. It looked like it was designed all the way to be a quarterback keeper, and he'll be dropped for a loss back at the 38-yard line. Loss of 7 on the play. I would not call that one a sack, so it looked like he was going to tuck it under and run. Wiz Washington looking for somewhere to go, be close to a first down. He'll get to the 47-yard line. That's 15 yards for Chris Washington. And he's looking at a 3rd down and 3. Washington back from his the injury. 15 carries, 67 yards. Respectable night for Chris Washington. And that's with no long breakaway runs. But the Indians move him from wide receiver to fullback, and it looked like Cullen Christian may have had a miscommunication with Chaz Whitaker. Anybody downfield with 2 Vikings. So now it'll be 4th down. The Indians will keep the offense on the field with 2:08 to go. Christian and Jones near side. Eiffel, top of your screen, I formation behind Whitaker. Giving Buck Nasty a big cushion this way. But it'll be Chris Washington with the first down. Washington down to the 30, should be the 40. We'll give him another 8 yards. And the Indians get a first down with 2:01 to go.
On the carry, brought down by number 44, Bob Heresy. Play results.
And Washington break a decent-sized run here. Closing on 100 yards. Washington again into the line. Looks like he was grabbed by the face mask. Nothing called. He'll get down to the 37-yard line. Another 3 yards. And the Indians go no huddle.
Brought down on the play by number 4, Rod Steele.
Again, Jones Moore and Ryan Palermo. So the Vikings closing on 100 yards each. We should have had a couple of long touchdown runs. Although Palermo had a 62-yarder. Jones-Moore had a 43-yard run to set up a touchdown. Whitaker looks, throws. Eiffel has it to the 20-yard line. First down, spins across the 20, down to about the 17, 18. Going to mark him at the 18-yard line. 19 yards on the reception for Brandon Eiffel. And you need to see a lot more of that from this team.
First down.
Swing pass, Corey Jones inside the 10. C. Jones inside the 5. First and goal, Indians. Corey Jones down to the 3-yard line, 15 yards.
Number 9, Corey Jones.
And it's first and goal, Indians. Oh, boo-boo.
First and goal for Penn Hills.
Under a minute. Wondering where this has been the entire night. Washington tries to go up and over. Does he get down to the goal line? 2 yards for Washington.
Washington on the carry.
And it'll be second down and goal. See if Whitaker takes it himself. Yes, he does, and Whitaker will get into the end zone for the touchdown.
Chad Whitaker with a Penn Hills touchdown.
He got the push from behind as he went into the pile. And the Indians avert the shutout with 34 seconds to go.
Mike Barago also attempt the extra point.
55-yard drive by the Indians. 19-yard pass to Eiffel, 15-yard pass to Corey Jones. Chris Washington, a 15-yard run. Bracco's point after is blocked.
Your score, Central Catholic, 1-7. Penn Hills.
Bracco pointing to the officials as Central Catholic did something wrong. The score now 27-6. Let's see if the Indians can get 3 touchdowns in the next 34 seconds. Now, did the Indians kick it away or they kick the onside kick? I think the onside, absolutely, why not? You don't get it, Central takes a knee anyway. You kick it away, Central takes a knee. Bracco has it set up at his 40-yard line, gets the Okle-Dokle. Does not get the Okle-Dokle. Now gets the Okle-Dokle. He kicks it away. Vikings will have it about the 29-yard line or so. Ed Latimer on the return. Good thing the Vikings had something back. There's only one backer.
Knocked out of bounds by number 12.
As the Vikings were waiting for the onside kick. Nick Cyphers on the tackle for the Indians. Vikings have it at their own 27-yard line with 28 seconds to go. Oh, the Vikings will move to 1-1 in the conference, take on Plum next week. Indians 1-1 will take on the dangerous Kiski area Cavaliers. Now the Vikings take a knee. And let this one wind down. Jones Moore or Palermo each got, neither of them got 100 yards, did they? 99 for Jones Moore. 87 for Palermo. Chris Washington. He closed in about 80 yards. 18 carries, 80 yards. So a nice night for Chris Washington, almost equaling the carries of Central Catholic's Jones Moore, who had a 43-yard run. Washington's longest was 15. And Brian Palermo had 80-some yards. He had a 62-yard touchdown run. So Chris Washington, a bit of a workhorse tonight for the Indians. We'll call him our Indians player of the game. Once again, the Indians action next Friday night in Vandergrift, PA, to take on the Kiski area Cavaliers. This one was scoreless through one quarter. In the second quarter, Central Catholic, following an Indian punt, took over at their own 22 with 7:32 to go in the half. Palermo, the 1-yard run. It looked kind of like maybe a fumble recovery or something. I don't know. We just gave it a 1-yard run. Central up 7-0 at the half. Vikings got the ball to start half number 2. They got it at their own 37-yard line. So officially it'll be a 63-yard run for Palermo. First play, boom, through the line. Nobody in the secondary, and off he went on a breakaway. Brian Palermo, the 62-yarder, just like that. 15 seconds in, the Vikings up 14-0. Fourth quarter, after a fumbled punt, the Vikings got at their own 38-yard line. 2 plays later, 34-yard pass. Joe Sangamino hauls it in. They're up 20-0. Don Maggio added a 20-yard run later in quarter number 4, and then the Indians late in the game. 55-yard drive. Chaz Whitaker takes it himself from the 1-yard line to avert the shutout. Your final score, Central Catholic Vikings 27, or Penn Hills Indians 6. Again, the Indians 1-1 in the conference. 1-1 are the Central Catholic Vikings. See, the Vikings will have the tiebreaker due to the head-to-head. But the Indians taking on Kiski next week, and the Vikings taking on Plum. That'll do it for Andrew Uhas McGinley Stadium, homecoming 2009. So again, congratulations to Michael Jackson, the homecoming king for Penn Hills, number 20. Could not watch the game from the homecoming court. Had to go down and actually participate. So sure he had a lot of fun. Saw him before the game. He had his sash on. Yeah, congratulations to him and the rest of the homecoming court. Thanks to Keith Banks for doing the stats. And everyone else involved. I'm Bill Navari. We will see you next Friday night from Vandergrift. You are watching Penn Hills Indians football on Comcast.